back to the Wizarding News Network. The entire wizarding community is on the edge of their brooms today, as a verdict is expected in the trial of Kraven Bloodthorne, who is being tried for his suspected involvement in the destruction of the Timmernack School for Boys, as well as the disappearances of several prominent wizards over the past 2 years. Throughout the trial, the only defense put forth by Avistrum headmaster Clark Dowling is that the former professor was acting under the influence of the Imperious Curse, both during and after the fall of Timmernack. Dowling was able to bring some merit to this claim with the Veritaserum test, which proved conclusively that Bloodthorne has no memory of his actions. There was also a bizarre and brief glimpse of hope for the defense yesterday when the accused produced tea leaves that he claimed proved he was not acting on his own accord during the altercation at Avistrum Academy or the destruction of the Timmernack School. This was quickly dismissed by the Wizengamot, citing divination was not considered an admissible form of evidence. Hope for the defense was further dashed when the prosecution produced a broken wand found at the ruins of Timmernack, registered to Kraven Bloodthorne. We are being told now that the defense and prosecution have entered the courtroom, so let's take you live to the Wizengamot. We are now live at the Wizengamot, and it seems there is some excitement coming from the defense.
I hope you have a shorter leash on your client today, Headmaster.
There is no need for that, Your Honor. After looking over the evidence brought forth by the prosecution, we are ready to submit our findings.
I won't tolerate any more of this divination nonsense, Headmaster.
I wouldn't dream of it, Your Honor.
Very well, proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. After examining the broken wand brought forth by the prosecution, we were not able to determine exactly how the wand was broken, nor were any fingerprints found on the object itself. However, it was found to have saliva residue on the wand. Human DNA can be extracted from saliva. For the past 2 years, a new research team of witches and wizards have been able to apply forensic science to magic. They've been able to differentiate the genetic patterns not only between muggles and wizards, but amongst types of wizards and witches themselves. Metamorph magi, animagi, and your non-transfiguring at-will wizard or witch has a distinctly different genetic pattern. Your metamorph magis, their DNA, when placed into a vial, will separate, is white, has a shimmer to it, and will move into a spiderweb-like fashion. Your non-transfiguring wizard will not behave in this manner. This contains the saliva found on the evidence brought forth by the prosecution. A simple genetic test placed on Kraven Bloodthorne will show that he is not a metamorph magis. Furthermore, a simple test placed upon this file showed conclusive evidence that this DNA belongs to that of a woman.
And you determined this with the use of Muggle technology?
Yes, Your Honor.
Objection, Your Honor. Evidence obtained by Muggle mumbo-jumbo is not admissible in this court. This is a wizarding court.
I am afraid the Senator is right. Sustained.
Your Honor, this evidence proves that Kraven Bloodthorne was not in the possession of that wand at the Battle of Timmernack. You must allow it to be submitted as evidence.
Is there any way that you can prove this evidence without the use of Muggle technology? If so, I would be willing to postpone judgment until such time as you can provide such evidence.
There is no other way.
Proceedings will continue without the inclusion of that evidence.
Your Honor, I would like to remind the court that the Wizengamot's very existence is based on the Muggle legal system. Why are we honoring that method of action, but not this one? Scientific, irrefutable evidence that Kraven Bloodthorne is innocent.
I will not allow Muggle technology in my courtroom.
Your Honor, you are doing both Kraven and all wizard kind an injustice.
One more word, Dowling, and I will hold you in contempt of court.
Prosecution has one final piece of evidence to offer into the court, my Lord.
Go ahead, Senator.
I have in my hand a signed and witnessed deposition naming Kraven Bloodthorne as not only a co-conspirator, but an active participant in the destruction of the Timmernack and the kidnappings that are bothering us today.
Objection! The defense was not made aware of any new witnesses.
Overruled. Who is this witness, Senator?
The Metamorphagus Persephone.
Objection! Persephone has been declared legally incompetent. Her statements are irrelevant. Furthermore, how was this testimony obtained?
After her arrest, Persephone was taken to Salem, where she was analyzed by the Board of Orders. They found her sound in mind and body and extracted the confession legally.
Where is she now?
in Alcatraz, where she should have been from the moment she was arrested.
Let me see this testimony.
Your Honor, the defense demands an opportunity for our own medical expert to test the veracity of their conclusions on Persephone's supposed sanity.
Denied.
Your Honor, I object to this evidence being declared right at this time. We, at the very least, should have the opportunity to cross-examine Persephone on the stand.
Overruled.
Your Honor, prosecution would like to move for judgment.
Objection! This is a farce!
Granted. We will confer. Everyone please be seated.
Okay, apparently we are going to take a quick break and come back to the...
We have made our decision.
Already?
The accused will stand and come forward. While I rarely take pleasure in passing judgment on a man, the duty must fall to someone, as must the blame. Kraven Bloodthorne, Professor, while there is no sufficient evidence to condemn you for the disappearance of our fellow wizards, the evidence is pointing to your involvement in the destruction of Timmernack is overwhelming. It is the judgment of this wizard gamut that you be guilty of the destruction of Timmernack School for Boys and that you are to spend the rest of your natural life in the bowels of Alcatraz prison without the chance of parole. I will not hear a motion for appeal. Take him away.
No.
Stupefied!